you feel like you're overpaying tax and you also want to reduce your tax code legally, then this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Betty, and on this channel we talk about everything nursing, lifestyle, beauty, vlogs, and a couple of other interesting things. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, do definitely make sure you keep on watching. Smash on the subscribe icon down below and click on the bell notification beside it so you get to know each time I upload a new video. As you can already tell from the title, I don't want to waste so much of your time. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can legally reduce your tax, or how you can legally change your tax code as somebody living and working in the UK. So if you're living and working in the UK legally, just know that you cannot evade tax, because if you do so right now, HMRC is going to wait for you at the end of the tax year and collect what rightfully belongs to them. So why do you want to evade it right now? Why don't you want to pay your tax as somebody living and working in the UK? I know that the tax can be a bit on the high side, but then there are some things that you can do to at least reduce it to a bearable amount, something like that. And you know, at the end of the year, it saves you some money. So I would advise that you follow these steps if you are living and working in the UK, or if you currently work in a professional setting. So as long as you work for an employer within the UK, you automatically have a tax code, and your tax code can vary, but at the moment the tax code that almost everyone in the UK uses at right now, except if you have claimed a tax relief, is 1257L, which means that £1,257 from your income tax is tax free. So the rest of that amount of money is the one that is going to be taxed. So let's say that you make £2,000 in a month. It means that £1,257 from that £2,000 is not going to be taxed, and the rest of that money is going to be taxed on 20%. But obviously, if you're making like £4,000, just know that the rest of that amount of money is going to be taxed on 40% bracket. So you can see your tax code on your pay slip most of the time, and also if you have the HMRC app. So you can get the HMRC app on App Store. This is quite easy to get. It's very simple as long as you follow the steps that are required within the app. Very simple to kind of set up. Also know that if you have a tax code that ends with either W1, M1 or X, know that that is an emergency tax and that needs to be rectified. So you need to speak to HMRC about this, or your employer, as the case may be. In addition to that, a lot of people pay their tax regularly, that is monthly, and this is usually called payee, which is pay as you earn. But some people pay with umbrella companies, and let me tell you the difference between payee and umbrella companies. So in payee, immediately you get your salary, your tax is already removed before you even get your salary in your account. While for the case of umbrella company, you get your full salary and you employ the services of an umbrella company to remit your tax to HMRC either at the end of the tax year or as often as you want it. I really don't know how that works, but I feel like that is just a lot of stress on its own. I really don't understand why people go for umbrella companies. Companies to kind of remit their tax when you can easily do it directly before you even get your salary. But anyway, it's not my own decision to make. Just know that before you also employ the services of some umbrella company, some of them are not very truthful. Some of them just collect your money and they don't remit it to HMRC, and at the end of the day, at the end of the tax year, you get a letter from HMRC saying you owe this particular amount of money in tax, meaning that they haven't paid the tax when you ask them to, so you have to pay again from your own pocket. So to avoid these horror stories, I feel like people should just go with payee, but also make your decision as you want it, and just follow your heart and do what you want, basically. And I feel like the reason why some people also use umbrella company is because, so in the case of agencies, when you work with agencies, I'm a nurse for example now, and you work with agency, I can decide that I want to go with payee or with umbrella. So in the case of going with payee, your total hourly rate for that particular shift can be £30 per hour, while in the case of umbrella they can increase it to like £33 per hour, because they know that you're going to pay your tax at the end of the day. I feel like I've kind of touched all the basics of your tax code. And if I haven't mentioned, you can easily find your tax code on your payslip, and this is quite easy to find. It's usually on like next to your earnings or next to your deductions. Just scan through on your payslip and you're going to find your tax code, or you can also find it on the HMRC app if you do have one. Without further ado, let us get into how you can legally reduce your tax, or how you can legally change your tax code as somebody living and working in the UK. In this case, I am going to be following the steps as a nurse, because I am a nurse obviously, and yeah, I'm going to be going with the steps for nurses. It doesn't mean that you cannot use it for other professions. Just make sure that you look for your own professions. This video is just to put you through on how to do it, but I am going to be using my profession as an example. So if you catch me looking down, I am looking at these things on my phone. I'm going to like record it and put it on the screen so you can follow through with the video. The first thing I want to do is go to the website on this screen. So as you can see on the screen, we have who are you claiming expenses for, and I am claiming for myself, so I am going to choose myself. Then, are you claiming for expenses after 5th of April 2018? Yes, because I came to the UK in March of 2020, so obviously I cannot claim tax before then. Did you pay tax in each of these years you're claiming for? Yes. And do you complete self-assessment returns? No. Then, are you claiming expenses for £2,500 or more in a single tax year? Yes, I am doing that. No, I am no, actually no. So no, because I mean, I can't claim that much amount of money in a year. Has your employer paid back all your work-related expenses? No, they haven't, so you choose no. Mind you, if your employer has paid back all your work-related expenses, you do not have to do this. Obviously, it's not that you don't have to do it. They would not even allow you to go through with the process because your employer has paid you back for all of this. So you also have to be careful about this thing, because you don't want to lie, obviously, just because you want to reduce your tax. For whatever your employer has reimbursed you, please do not claim for it. If you know that you haven't been reimbursed or your employer has not paid back these expenses, then you can go ahead with this process. So for me, I do not work from home. I am claiming for uniform, work clothing and tools, because I bought my uniform by myself. If you work in the NHS, I'm not sure you'll be able to claim this, because the NHS provides your uniforms, so you might not be able to claim for uniforms. Then vehicles you use for work, I don't use any vehicles for work. I don't travel, and I don't have any overnight expenses from my work. I am a nurse, so I pay for professional fees and subscriptions. So my professional fee is for RCM, which is £120 per year, and I pay for this by myself. My employer does not reimburse this, so I can rightfully claim tax relief on this. Then professional subscription is RCN, which is the Royal College of Nursing, and I pay £16.40 per month for this, so I can claim this rightfully. Then buying other equipments, like if you buy a computer by yourself, which you need for work, but your employer has not reimbursed this, then you can claim for this. But I do not have this, so I am not claiming. And I do have other expenses that I can claim for, so I'm going to click other expenses, then continue. I am not claiming tax relief for more than 5 different jobs, so no. Then, are you eligible to claim this job expenses online? Yes, I can claim it online, but note that you need to have a copy of your recent pay slip, your P60 or a valid UK passport, and your national insurance number. So in my case, I do not have a UK passport. I obviously have a P60, but if you're doing it for your first year, you might not have a P60, so you can use your recent pay slip. So in this case, I already have this, so I'm going to claim my expenses online. I've already claimed for myself, so the process might be a little bit shorter because I have claimed previously, but I'm still going to put you through all that you need to know about this. To claim using the online service now, I already have a government gateway ID, so I am going to be using that. But mind you, if you don't have, then you have to create a sign-in details. So just click on the sign-in details below and it would allow you to create one. You need to put in your email address. So let us assume that I'm using my email address, then continue. Then they are going to send you a code to your phone. Please just follow the processes. Just follow everything that you need, and I'm sure that you would arrive at it at the end of the day. I would not be able to do that again because I already have an account. So I'm going to use my government gateway ID to sign in. If you have already created your government gateway ID, then they are going to send you an access code to your phone number, and then you can continue. So we are already on the page of the tax relief for expenses of employment, so you can start that. So previous claims, for example, I am going to say I have not claimed before, but obviously I have claimed. And have you previously claimed tax relief on your employment expenses? No. Then continue. Then your details are already there, and you need to fill in your address. Which tax year are you claiming? If you're claiming between 6th of April 2022, that is for next year, so obviously you cannot claim that tax yet. It has to be the previous tax year. So let's say I'm claiming for April 2021 to April 2022. Then you need to input the name of your employer, your employer's payee reference. So you usually find your tax reference number somewhere on your payslip. It's usually like the last thing. You find your tax reference number and your tax office number. The tax office number is usually 3 numbers, and then the following one you put a / in front of. Obviously you can see on the screen how you're going to go about that. The flat rate deduction is usually incurred by maintenance, like for your uniforms, for shoes, what else? Yeah, especially for uniforms basically. So because I am a nurse and I wear my uniform, and my employer does not provide my uniform, they don't buy my shoes, so I can claim the flat rate deduction. So yes, I am going to claim that. So you input the type of industry you work in. For nurses, we obviously work in the healthcare sector, so you will see, just type in healthcare and you will see healthcare for nurses, and you can see that the maximum claim you can make in this industry is 125. So I am going to claim the entire £125 because I am able to claim it. But if you know that you do not wear uniforms, like for mental health nurses, most of them don't wear uniforms, and for people working in the NHS, I feel like the NHS provides uniform for you guys, so I am not very sure if you can claim this tax rate deduction. So you save and continue. Then I don't use my own vehicle for work, so I am not going to claim anything on that. Then fuel expenses for a company car. I don't have a company car, so I am not going to claim expenses for this. If you have a company car, then you can go ahead to claim this. Just click on yes, but I don't, so I just clicked on no. I don't have any travel or overnight expenses, so I am going to click no as well. Then professional fees and subscriptions. So because I am a nurse and I pay this professional fee and subscription, I am going to claim my money back. So you have to put in the name of the professional body. I do pay my professional subscription to RCN. I am going to click on Nursing Royal College of J Nursing Standard. Obviously that is what it is, and so the £16.40 is an error. It should be £16.40 multiplied by 12 because it's an annual payment. So that's an error on my part. Then add another professional fee subscription, which is for the Nursing and Midwifery Council. You can see the Nursing and Midwifery Council, and the relief is allowable, so you can click on that. And I do pay £120 per year, and my employer does not pay that back, so I am going to claim that as well. And those are the 2 professional fees and subscriptions that I pay, and those are the 2 that I can claim, obviously. So I am going to save and continue. Then medical exams and courses, I don't have any of these, so I am going to click no, then save and continue as well. Then I don't use my home as an office, so no. Obviously, if you work from home, just make sure that you read through the guidelines. Total expenses that I can claim for a particular year of employment is £281.40. So I am going to save and continue. I am not going to be submitting my claim for this particular video because obviously I have claimed tax in the previous year and my tax code has been changed. It is no longer 1257L, which is better for me. So if you have done these processes correctly, you should receive a letter from HMRC telling you that your tax code has changed, and your employer will be automatically notified about this. So in your next pay slip, you should watch out for your tax code being changed, and you receive the number below. Although it might not be a large difference, but at the end of the tax year you realize that you've actually saved yourself some money and your tax code is going to change. But obviously it doesn't change the fact that if you work more and leave the 20% bracket into the 40% bracket, it doesn't mean that your tax is not going to be high, but obviously I mean, it's still kind of reduced to an extent. And yeah, I hope in this video you've been able to learn one or two things and you'll be able to utilize this to reduce the tax legally. Please make sure that before you claim a tax relief, you are going to put in the right details that is needed, because obviously you don't want to scam your way through this. You don't want to do this wrongly because it can backfire. So make sure that whatever you're claiming, your employer is not reimbursing it back to you, and you know you're claiming it with your full chest. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching up to this point. Please make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up so that it can get across to more people and more people are able to utilize it. And please leave me a comment in the comment section. I'll be able to answer questions regarding this, and if not, I will be able to direct you to the right platform or the right website where you can get your answers from. Do hope that this video has been helpful to one or two people, and I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing my face. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.